Hello and welcome to the Premier League Invitational. I'm Adam Smith and I'm pleased to say I will be alongside Harry Panera and Joe Tomlinson as we look to find out who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player in the Premier League. We're at day three big matches still to come, Joe.
Yeah, plenty of big matches to come. We've already seen one incredible result as well today. But a quick reminder, if you are watching, to stay home and save lives is very important at this time. And of course, that the prize money from this tournament is going to be donated to the Players Together initiative. We already saw that one big result. Wolves 8, Leicester 2, Diogo Jota getting the better of Wilfred Ndidi. But right now, we've got Norwich against Sheffield United. Tournament favourite Todd Cantwell stepping up to play Lys Mousset. Following that, we're going to see Neil Maupay and Philip Billing back for their second games. This one's Brighton versus Bournemouth. And the last game of the day, we'll see Arsenal take on Burnley. Our final celebrity fan, Josh Franceschi, playing off against Dwight McNeil. Smithy, if people missed the first game, maybe they missed the first couple of days, do you want to just explain how the rules work?
Yeah, these are the all-important rules. The EPL Invitational is a straight knockout tournament. You lose one game, you are out. It is as simple as that. And there is only one game per round, which has made for some very exciting viewing so far. Every Premier League club is represented either by a player from their squad or a celebrity fan. And we are down to our last celebrity fan. The in-game rules are as follows. 2 6-minute halves, and in the event of a draw, golden goal will be used to determine a winner. We haven't seen golden goal used yet in this tournament. Will we see it used for the first time today? And this is very important. 85 rated Premier League squads in kickoff mode, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. We can see the draw here. Yesterday's action saw Trent Alexander-Arnold beat Tom Grennan 5-1 in a very commanding display. Newcastle lost in the last minute against Christian Atsu's Newcastle. Chelsea didn't score against Everton, and Andre Gomez got 8 of his own in one of the most one-sided displays we've seen all tournament. Manchester City against Crystal Palace saw Wilfried Zaha lose to close friend Raheem Sterling in some epic scenes. Today we saw Diogo Jota put in one of the best displays so far as he beat Wilfred Ndidi 8-2. Next up, as we said earlier, we're going to see Todd Cantwell take on Lys Mousset, and then this afternoon we'll see Brighton, Bournemouth and Arsenal, Burnley, Smithy.
Yeah, and as Joe alluded to there, we have had one game already today, and what a game it was. We can bring you the highlights. So this was the first game of day 3, and it was Diogo Jota of Wolves taking on Wilfred Ndidi of Leicester, 2 players who are having great seasons in the Premier League, of course. And it was one also for a brief period of time. It was quite a close game, but after this, it was all Diogo Jota. Many people tipping him to go very far in this tournament. He didn't disappoint as well. Very calm, very composed whenever he scored a goal. And he scored in-game with Diogo Jota many times. And one thing that we saw, he used that little partnership between Raul Jimenez and Diogo Jota, like we see in the Premier League many times, come to fruition in this game. All Diogo Jota in this match. Very, very one-sided. Goal of the game there to make it 7-2 on the 70th minute mark. And there we saw that I was talking about earlier, that link-up play with Raul Jimenez, Diogo Jota, we've seen so many times in the Premier League come into fruition. It did finish 8-2. To Wolves. So our game now is, of course, Norwich taking on Sheffield United. I'm pleased to say both the players are with us. Let's speak to Todd first. Todd, Smithy, can you hear me? And how excited are you to be representing Norwich in this tournament?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. And yeah, it's a brilliant tournament set up, and looking forward to hopefully getting through this round.
Now, Todd, I'm going to come straight to the point. A lot of people in the FIFA community are talking you up as not just one of the favourites, but the favourite to win it. Can you explain where that's come from?
I've been playing some games on my Twitch account, and I've challenged a couple of sort of celebrities and that, and done quite well. So I reckon that's where it's probably come from. But anything can happen in an 85 rated game.
And you've got the gamer chair as well. We've seen in this tournament so far. That's usually a good sign that you know what you're doing.
We'll see.
And what have you made of the tournament so far, Todd? Obviously, there's been lots of goals. Potential opponent, Wolves, we saw earlier. That's who you, if you get past this game, will be facing Diogo Jota, who looks a very, very good FIFA player.
Yeah, I'm worried about that one. But I've got a big game ahead of me first. I can't worry about that until I get through this one. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, Lys Mousset up first. What do you know about Lys on FIFA? Do you have any insight at all about him?
I have none whatsoever. Obviously, I know him as a player, so I'm going to have to watch out for some of the sort of same things he would do on a pitch. So I've got a little bit of an idea, but in terms of FIFA, not much information at all.
Okay, love that. Obviously, thank you very much for joining us for this tournament. All the best to Todd. Those are the thoughts of Todd Cantwell pre-match, Joe.
Yeah, I think we can speak to Lys Mousset, his opponent, as well. Lys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So we've been talking about Todd Cantwell's FIFA ability. How good are you at the game?
Hear me?
Yeah.
In the game?
How good are you?
I'm okay. I'm all right.
You're keeping your cards quite close to your chest. What sort of FIFA style can we expect to see from you today? Are you going to be very attacking? Are you going to be very defensive?
Both. Really good at attacking too. I'm no really good player.
So do you believe that you can beat Todd Cantwell going into this one? Obviously, he's talked about as a potential favourite. Do you think you can win today?
No, I don't know. We see after.
Okay, there we go, Smithy. Lys Mousset maybe a little bit nervous about that one.
Yeah, talking himself down. Interesting here. So, guys, before we get into it, we're moments away from the game. We're just going to do, as we've been doing throughout this tournament, a quick fire quiz to test your knowledge on FIFA 20. So, Todd, I'm coming to you first as the home player. Going to ask you 3 questions, Todd, to test your knowledge on FIFA 20, and then we'll go to Lys. So, first up, you are up against a striker. So, I want to know which forward has better shooting according to FIFA 20, Todd? Lys Mousset or Teemu Pukki?
Teemu Pukki.
It is 1 out of 1. It's a great start. Mousset 70, Teemu Pukki 75. Congrats. Right, next up. Who has better ball control on FIFA 20? Yourself or John Lundstrom?
Myself.
Spot on again. Lundstrom 68, Cantwell 73. They got that one right, do you think?
No comment.
Love that. Well said. Okay, 2 out of 2. This for the clean sweep. Who is higher rated, Tim Krul or Dean Henderson, according to FIFA 20?
Dean Henderson.
Do you know what? It's not. Henderson 75, Tim Krul 76. Yeah, surprised at that.
Okay, cool.
So, 2 out of 3 for Todd. Lys, we come straight to you now. We want to know, of course, you're up against Todd in this game, but which one of you is higher rated, Lys Mousset or Todd Cantwell? Who do you think is higher rated on FIFA 20, Lys?
Tom Cantwell.
Todd 68, Lys 71, so that's incorrect. Question 2. Sheffield United, as we know, known for their wing-backs. Who has the better stamina, Ben Osborne or Ender Stevens?
Ender Stevens.
It's not, which means Todd Cantwell has won. We'll go into the last question. Who is faster on the Sheffield United team, Callum Robinson or George Buildup?
George Buildup.
Incorrect. It is Robinson. So, Todd, you win the quiz. Bit of fun there. Do you take anything going into that little psychological advantage going into the game?
I'm on the up already.
There we go. Right, we are ready to go with the game, lads. All the best to you both. I can bring in our co-presenter, Harry Panero. Harry, this is looking to be an exciting game. A lot of people in the FIFA community bigging up Todd Cantwell's chances against Lys Mousset. It'll be fascinating to see how this one unfolds, mate.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's a lot of pressure for Todd. Like I said before, previous days, I've seen a lot of people say he's a good player. I've seen him play against people that I know as well. So it should be a good performance from him. But Lys is not saying too much, so we've got to worry about that. He might have something special under his fingers. So I can't wait for kickoff. So kickoff's moments away. So it should be an amazing game. The players are ready on the pitch. So Joe, I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, so here we can see that Norwich against Sheffield United. The winner of this game, of course, will play Diogo Jota at the quarter-final stage. We're ready to start. So whenever you guys are, here we go then. Norwich getting us underway. Todd Cantwell, of course, the tournament favourites with the bookies. But as we've seen, there's been plenty of upsets over the last few days. We've seen some incredible performances. Be interesting to see if we see another one here. Teemu Pukki then looking to get us in early doors. Smithy, what have you made of today so far?
Oh, it's been a fantastic day, Joe. We've seen our highest scoring game of the tournament so far. Diogo Jota dispatching of Wilfred Ndidi Wolves, winning 8-2 in that match. So a very, very big start. And now, of course, we see tournament favourite Todd Cantwell. So many people very excited to see Todd play at his first match of the tournament. It's an early chance for Lys Mousset. Big first chance, Joe, for Sheffield United.
Massive first chance, and as we've seen over the last few days, those are the sort of chances you've got to take if you want to have any chance of progressing through the next round. But they're still on the attack, Sheffield United. But it's good defending by Todd Cantwell, who eventually clears his lines. Lys Mousset here. Looks like he could have a little bit in the locker. We haven't spoken an awful lot about him, but we didn't speak an awful lot about the likes of Andre Gomez either, and he came out and put 8 past Reece James, who we thought could be quite a strong competitor earlier this week. So let's not write anyone off, Harry.
You guys already know my stance on the underdogs. We can never write them off. We've been shown by Andre Gomez why we shouldn't have. So maybe Lys, obviously he started off the game really comfortably, but we all know the power of Todd Cantwell on this game. And as we can see here, he's attacking. And it's one... Whoa, what a sold off the line. Actually, this game's opened up now, Joe.
Yeah, that was very, very good defending by Lys Mousset, setting the man on the line and just about keeping the ball out of the net. And we've seen Todd Cantwell play in a couple of tournaments before. As he said earlier, he does stream on Twitch. He's been playing a few celebrities, a few YouTubers. So there is quite a lot of pressure on his shoulders, I would say, Smithy.
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure on Todd Cantwell. A lot of people say they don't like going into tournaments as favourites, and you quite rightly alluded to it earlier. A lot of the players we didn't talk a great deal about prior to the tournament, the likes of Andre Gomez, proving to be very, very good indeed with that 8-0 victory. Interestingly, these two teams meeting twice already in the Premier League. Sheffield United winning both 1-0 at home and then 2-1 at Norwich. But obviously it's been a fantastic season in the Premier League personally for Cantwell. 29 Premier League appearances, 6 goals and 2 assists. He's had a great start to the Premier League and scored against some big teams as well, Joe. That's against the likes of Chelsea, Man City, Everton, Arsenal. And there's a first goal of the game, and it's Lys Mousset making it 1-0 to Sheffield United, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant finish. Some fantastic close control around the edge of the box, using that skill dribble to great effect. And, you know, we haven't spoken about him at all this week, and he's 1-0 up against the current tournament favourite with the bookies, putting in some display. It looks like we could have a real FIFA player on our hands here. Harry, are you shocked?
I am, only because Lys never mentioned that he was good at the game. He actually alluded to the fact that he's not really good, and we're actually seeing a different thing. So I'm not listening to no players anymore when they say they're not good, because clearly they've got something under their sleeve. But the game's still early. Todd's still in this. We have seen him kind of open up the wing a bit, so maybe that's where his strength lies in this game. But still early doors, Joe.
Yeah, of course, Sheffield United have been the surprise package in the Premier League this season. A chance for Cantwell! Oh! And it is inches wide of the upright there, Smithy.
Yeah, that reminded me of that Raheem Sterling chance when I thought it had gone in, and it hadn't. That famous goal that wasn't to be, of course, for England. But side netting, and it's still 1-0 Sheffield United, Joe. And could we see an upset on the cards? Lys Mousset starting very well, but Todd Cantwell does look to be a bit of a player as well. I think we're going to see an interesting remaining 20 minutes of this first half.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it's been a very, very good season for Sheffield United. It's been a very good season for Lys Mousset, of course, as well. Sheffield United have not lost a single game in the league in which Mousset has scored, and they have gone 1-0 up here. So if that form is anything to go by, then Sheffield United fans should be pretty happy right now. They're on the break again here as well. It is Lys Mousset looking to use himself, and he picks up a foul in a really dangerous area, Harry.
Very dangerous area. I'll be very intrigued to see how he takes it. We've seen a lot of short free kicks. I want to see if he's going to whip it into the box. It has been a very tight game. There's not been that much to, distinguish who's the better player at the moment. Only that one goal. But like we always said, it's still early doors. And I can see that Todd's got a formation here when he's playing it to the wing. It seems to be giving him more chances. But I'm intrigued to see how good Todd is actually. So Joe, back to you.
Yeah, this side of the tournament is really stacked. Of course, we've got Neil Maupay coming later against Philip Billing in a hotly contested game. That is going to be, because we saw how good they are first up. And here's a chance for Sheffield United again. But a big, big block by Todd Cantwell keeps Lys Mousset at bay. And just, Smithy.
Yeah, just indeed. I think what's really interesting about this, Joe, is Lys Mousset playing down his chances prior to this against the tournament favourite Todd Cantwell, but he's shown that he's a really, really top FIFA player. Still 1-0 on the 35th minute mark. And I think we're in for it. It'll be interesting to see, Joe, if Todd makes any changes to this at half-time. If it does remain at 1-0, of course, we've still got just under 10 minutes left for half-time. But I'd be intrigued to know if Todd makes any tactical changes at the halfway stage, if it stays like this at half-time.
Yes, indeed. We saw Christian Atsu use the tactics to great effect yesterday, didn't he? He shifted himself up front alongside Alan Saint-Maximin, moved Joe Linton out to the left, and it really worked. Managed to pick up that winning goal, of course. But so far in this game, Lys Mousset has looked very, very strong. He's in again here. Here's a chance. Lundstrom's at the byline. Cuts it back, but Tim Krul does really well to keep that one out. At the moment, Todd Cantwell just struggling to find a little bit of rhythm going forward. But never write him off, because Teemu Pukki's in the area. Just struggling a little bit here, Harry.
Yeah, it seems as if Lys has got more of an understanding of how to attack on this game, in this game, should I say. But Todd, like I said, is finding some creative parts, but it's been shut down. I think the defending has been really great in this game, I must say. Both teams look to be cancelled out when it comes to the final third, but it's a big second half awaiting them, with 1-0 potentially being the score at half-time. So, yeah, I can't wait for the second half, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like it's going to be quite a low-scoring affair. The lowest scoring affair we've seen so far, of course, just Spurs 1, Newcastle 2. That happened yesterday. Most of the games have seen a gluttony of goals, but there is a chance at half-time for Cantwell, and he puts it away. Top bin, big celeb from you, Todd Cantwell. Harry, talk us through that goal. What are the fans saying?
Well, it's another player who scored with themselves. Great left-footed power drive, actually. The keeper had no chance. And we can see the celebration by Todd Cantwell, exactly how much that meant for him. 1-1 before the second half. How are you feeling right now?
He played himself down massively.
Yeah. Do you think that was... What do you think of his style? Do you reckon he's implemented that from early?
Yeah. He knows what he's doing. He's got a style. I know I've played against players like him before. I need to change a couple of tactics.
Okay, so Lys, what do you think of Todd? Your little smirk there. What do you think of what Todd has to say about you?
Huh? Can you say again, please?
I said, what do you think about what Todd has to say about you? What are you thinking right now?
He's a good player.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, as you can see, they're setting up. Sorry.
I can't hear you.
Okay, no worries. Well, we're going to leave you guys to get ready for the second half. Joe, it's been a blockbuster of the first half, very tight affair. How do you think the second half's going to go?
Yeah, very tense. Todd there talking about how he's going to mix up some tactics. I saw him moving a few players around, putting himself slightly further forward, putting Emiliano Buendia out onto that right wing, Teemu Pukki as a lone striker. Smithy, it could come down to the substitutions and the tactical changes in this one.
Yeah, it really could. I was fascinated to hear what Todd said there. He said, I've played against players like this. I know what he's doing. I need to change a few things. So it'll be interesting to see what he changes. Lys Mousset, Harry, reminds me a lot of Andre Gomez, talking himself down before, saying we're not expecting much, but he's proven to be a really decent player, Harry, hasn't he?
Very, very, very good player. I've always said I've got to watch out for the underdogs, and this is a reason why. He's had very good control of the game. Todd's defence has been really, really good. And I think that's what's helped him come back into this game. So it should be a blockbuster here. Still doing changes, as we can see. Very, very good, Joe. What do you think about the styles of football so far?
Yeah, two slightly different styles of football. Lys Mousset really likes to keep the ball in midfield, draw Todd Cantwell's defenders out of position, doesn't he? I think those are the changes you've just seen Todd make there. A few tactical tweaks to allow him just to sit back and hit on the break a little bit more. But, you know, Lys Mousset may be a dark horse for this competition if he can get through this round. Still 45 minutes left to play, and the winner would face Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota, the first player we've seen so far this tournament to use his goalkeeper. And that is very confident by Todd Cantwell, passing the ball around his own 6-yard box, Smiths.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Todd approaches this second half now, because it's been all Todd so far, following on from those tactical changes. Of course, Lys did take the lead, and Todd equalising with Todd Cantwell very late on in the first half. And he's got a chance now. There it is. Todd Cantwell makes it 2-1, 49 minutes on the clock. Big, big goal for you there, Todd.
Massive, massive, massive.
I love that. That sums it up, Joe. Massive, massive, massive.
Yeah, you can just see how focused these two players are. Not much interaction. They just want to get on with the game. We've seen it as a tournament, as the tournament's progressed, how focused players have come, how competitive players have been. Neal Maupay, of course, in the first game was talking about how desperate he is to win this competition. And he is on this side of the draw. He'll have to get past Philip Billing first if he wants to face the winner of this game that would play Diogo Jota. But Lys Mousset is still going forward. Chance for Lys Mousset. Goal for Lys Mousset. Hits back immediately. 2-2 in this one, Harry. We're in for an epic.
What a game. This is absolutely a ridiculous game because it does come down to the quality. And there's two very, very good players here. They've had two clear-cut chances and taken both of them. This might go down to the edge. We could see our first golden goal here. This could be one of those games. Hopefully it is, Joe.
Yeah, of course, as Harry alluded to there, if the game does end as a draw, we will see golden goal between these two sides. First goal winner. So I'm excited to see that. We haven't seen it in the tournament yet. This game unfolding a little bit like the Burnley-West Ham game when Dwight McNeil went ahead but was pegged back by Ryan Fredericks. So both of these sides will be hoping to get a late winner, Smithy.
Yeah, exactly. You look at this side of the draw as well. It's a very tricky side of the draw. You've alluded to the fact the winner of this will place Diogo Jota, who's just won 8-2. And then the same half of the draw, we've got Brighton's Neal Maupay, many tipping to potentially even win it. Dwight McNeil as well. And we've got Arsenal and Burnley. And there's another goal in the game. And once again, Sheffield United, Lys Mousset takes the lead through McGoldrick. Big goal, Joe.
Yeah, brilliant. Drilled cross, wasn't it? By Lys Mousset, using that to great effect, getting down the line. Obviously on FIFA 20, those ground crosses are very, very effective and it's worked well for him there. Todd Cantwell slipping behind at the moment. This is an exceptionally competitive game, one of the closest we've seen so far in the tournament. We've seen a few games that have kind of been blowouts. Neal Maupay against John McGinn 6-1. Bournemouth winning 4-0 against Southampton. Of course, that Andre Gomez 8-0. This could well be similar to the Christian Atsu versus Moussa Sissoko game. Very, very tense, very tight, and coming right down to the wire.
No.
Chance, though, for Sheffield United, and that is a massive save by Tim Krul in the Norwich net. Huge, huge save. This Sheffield United side, much like they are in real life, really stepping up to the plate right now. It is so tense, but Lys Mousset has scored again.
3 times, bro.
Fourth goal, Todd Cantwell.
FIFA,
not happy with that one.
I think you're right, Joe. It's very, very similar to how Sheffield United have been performing in the league. Underdogs going into the season. Obviously, Sheffield United 7th in the Premier League. And so many times they've performed to their maximum. They've got big results against big teams. Sheffield United once again going in as underdogs to this match. And they find themselves 4-2 up with a chance to make it 5-2. Rebound. Oh, wow. What a clearance. The danger's still not cleared. But what a chance that was for Sheffield United and for Lys Mousset to win the game. But just like Sheffield United in the Premier League, going in as underdogs, proving to be a very tough team to beat, Joe.
Yeah, can we just talk about that save by Tim Krul? We can't because Lys Mousset has got a 5th goal. Todd Cantwell is absolutely raging about that one. Talk us through what's going on, Todd.
FIFA, man.
He's not happy. He's absolutely raging right now,
Look
Harry.
at this.
Yeah, it's been one of those games where Lys Mousset has just absolutely been clinical in this. It's not been a very, very, very open game. It's been very tight, but like I said, the quality of each player will actually shine in this. It's been one of those ones where you just got to take your chances, and Lys has done that very, very much so. But still time. If Todd can get another goal, then it may be able to happen. But it does seem as if Lys has actually got enough in this to actually win this game.
Yeah, Todd Cantwell there just initiating team press. He needs to get some goals. You'll start to see him go ultra-attacking fairly soon. It's another great chance. We've seen a few fantastic saves as well from Tim Krul and one brilliant clearance off the line. Todd Cantwell just getting a little bit frustrated at the moment. Here's another chance, rebound, and it will be a 6th goal for Lys Mousset. This is some yardstick being put down by Lys Mousset. An unbelievable performance, Smithy.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. I've got to be honest, none of us saw this coming. 6-2, Todd Cantwell tournament favourite, but Sheffield United, just as they've been in the Premier League, very tough to beat. And it's suddenly, from Todd Cantwell going ahead in the second half, we find ourselves in a 6-2 situation with just over 10 minutes left to play, Joe. And the prospects of Lys Mousset against Diogo Jota, unless Todd Cantwell can do something amazing now in the last 10 minutes, that is going to be an absolutely mouth-watering quarter-final.
Yeah, Todd just getting a little bit frustrated at the moment. But what I will say is Lys Mousset has defended absolutely brilliantly in this game. And he's hit on the counter-attack really effectively. And I wonder whether that's a tactic we'll see in the quarter-finals when he will face Diogo Jota by the looks of it. With just 8 minutes left on the clock, this one is going Sheffield United's way, Harry.
It's going Sheffield United way. It's been a very well-deserved performance. I think he's initiated the way he wanted to play from early doors, really, and he's just picked his gaps, picked the right times to take a shot on, and it's been a very, very good performance. This has been arguably one of the best performances we've seen because it's been such a tight game as well. Some great players that we've actually seen. I wasn't actually surprised because, you know me, I know my underdogs, but wasn't expecting it to be this much of a margin, Joe.
Yeah, I think Todd Cantwell maybe just getting a little bit frustrated with himself and the game at the moment. Lys Mousset capitalising on those mistakes. But, you know, this tactic of the drilled cross has been really effective for Lys Mousset. He's just showboating a little bit now with just 2 minutes left on the clock. Looking to get that 7th goal through Lundstrom, but a brilliant save by Tim Krul in the Norwich net, Smithy.
Yeah, and it looks like that is going to be not long left now. We're going into added time. And as you say, it was a great save. 6-2. We find ourselves going into injury time. Tim Krul, great save from him. And it looks like this will be the last chance of the game, Joe.
Yeah, Sheffield United here have a chance to make it 7 over this free kick. If this goes in, it really would be a cherry on the cake. It's gone over the bar, and that will surely wrap it up here. Sheffield United running out 6-2 winners against Norwich. Guys, let's come to you. Todd, if you can hear me, just give us your immediate reaction to that. What went wrong?
Nah, he's a good player. He's a good FIFA player. He's very good. I've played a couple of games today and lost them. So I went in a good form. To be fair, I said before the game, I hate playing with 85s. I would have preferred to play with my normal team. But fair for both teams, so well played.
Yeah, you said there you used to play an ultimate team. Did you find it quite different today playing with the 85 mode?
Yeah, I can't string passes together for whatever reason, but it's the same for both players, isn't it? So fair play to him.
And Lys, you come out with a fantastic victory there. How happy are you?
Huh?
How happy are you with that
Can you say
victory?
again, please? I can't hear you properly.
How happy are you with that win?
How happy I am.
Yeah.
He's a good player. It's just like it's difficult to play with 85 players. They're moving like they're funny. So I just play like quick attack because the defense is funny and that's it.
So there we have it. Lys Mousset coming out with a shock victory in this one, Smithy.
Yeah, big thanks to Todd. Thanks, Lys, for both being involved in the tournament. Congratulations, Lys, on the victory. We'll see you soon. Yeah, Joe, wow, 6-2 victory for Sheffield United. Harry, you talk about the underdog. It's been a theme that you've been saying all tournament. And once again, another shot. The favourite is out of the tournament.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I genuinely thought it was going to be Todd Cantwell's victory. But again, we've been proven by the underdogs, people that we probably don't think are going to be good at the game, ended up being very, very good. Not a lot of chances in that game, but the chances which were taken were the ones which Lys finished. Showed he's a very clinical player. And again, we should not be listening to no one who says they're not good at the game. It's all a lie.
Yeah, that's so true, Joe. We saw it with Andre Gomez. Really talking down their chances. A bit of tactics going on by a lot of the players. Lys Mousset massively undersold himself in that interview you did with him beforehand, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it was really interesting to hear him there talking about how he actually switched up his style. He's used to playing Ultimate Team, but in the 85 mode, he went a little bit more direct. He found that defending was quite difficult, so he was getting into the feet of his strikers a lot quicker. And Todd just struggled to adapt, really, to that 85 mode, never really found any rhythm in the game. And at the end of the day, we've seen the tournament favourite crash out, and Lys Mousset now could take his place. That was one of the best displays we've seen.
Yeah, where do you think he ranks, Harry? Now, we've been fortunate to see so many, a huge majority of players now. Where do you think he ranks now in terms of the best players that we've witnessed?
Definitely top 3 for me. It's been a bit crazy because I'm having to take out players who I thought was good and who's not. But that performance against a tournament favourite has to put him up there in the top 3. He was very clinical. I feel like most of the chances which he took ended up in being, a goal. Apart from when Todd had like a double save and one of the defenders made a sliding tackle. But apart from that, he has to be up there. I think this next round of fixtures are going to be very, very tough, and it's going to be hard to call because all of them have actually provided good games. So it's hard to call, but definitely he's top 3 for me, Smithy. You're
definitely right about saying it's hard to call, Joe, because I think us 3 combined, we haven't called a lot of games correct, have we? There's so many shocks, and that's why the format of the tournament has been so great, because there's so many upsets on the card. So we've seen every person play once now in this tournament, Joe. Who have you been most impressed with? Most complete FIFA 20 player, do you think, so far?
Well, we've talked about Andre Gomez in the past. I think that was potentially the biggest upset, but I think I've been most impressed with Diogo Jota this morning. Diogo Jota put in a really complete display against a very, very good opponent. So Diogo Jota, for me, obviously knows his FIFA. We saw him as the first player to take control of his goalkeeper and try and create a save there. Wasn't to be, but that level of FIFA knowledge tells me that he is going to go far in this competition.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Diogo is just about the standout player. Harry, some big games coming up again as well. They come thick and fast today.
Yeah, big games. I'm very intrigued to see Neil play again against Philip Billing. That's going to be a massive game. Two of arguably the best 2 players in this competition as well. And it'll be good to see Joe again and see how he does against the Burnley opposition. But so intrigued to see what it's going to be like. 2 remaining games. So more play against Billing has to be the integral game for me, man.
Yeah, so just wrap up what we've witnessed today. Again, goals galore. 8-2 Wolves defeating Leicester. Sheffield United beating Norwich 6-2 in our remaining 2 games. We'll see Brighton against Bournemouth and Arsenal against Burnley. And this is what it means for the draw. Quarter-finals that were established yesterday on day 2. Liverpool will play Newcastle and Everton will play Man City. Our third quarter-final will be between Diogo Jota of Wolves and Lys Mousset of Sheffield United. What a matchup that is going to be. And we've got 2 remaining last 16 matches to bring you today. Brighton against Bournemouth and Arsenal against Burnley. And this is what's coming next. Lys Mousset against Philip Billing. Brighton against Bournemouth. 2 people we've already seen in action, of course, from the round 1 games. Both winning quite convincingly. So another tough one to call, this one, Joe.
Yeah, really tough one to call. Lys Mousset, obviously, we spoke to him earlier in the season, a brilliant FIFA player. And Philip Billing was actually the second favourite for the tournament behind Todd Cantwell. So he could well now go forward if he beats Lys Mousset. I think he will fancy his chances against the other side of the draw in Dwight McNeil and Josh Franceschi. But it's a big game before you get to that semi-final stage.
Yeah, of course. That is our next matchup. We'll be back at 2:30. What's set to be a great game of FIFA. Don't go anywhere. Just a reminder to stay at home and save lives. We'll be back very soon. Bye-bye.